Hello content creators, my name is Julian and I'm a lawyer for content creators. Today in this video, we're going to talk about management agreements or social media agency agreements, and more specifically, the things that you should look out for and make sure that you negotiate if and when you sign on to be with a social media management company or agency. First of all, you might be wondering, if you're new to social media as a creator, what are these agencies? What do they do? Typically, these agencies are middlemen between content creators and advertisers such as brands, and they have relationships with brands most often that they will leverage to get their content creator roster, for example, yourself, if you sign on to an agency, to get you brand deals. So they exist primarily to help creators monetize. And you might ask, well, what's in it for them? Why are they doing this? It can't be charity. It's not out of the goodness of their heart. No, it's definitely not. It's to make themselves money as well. Typically, these agencies will take about 20% of the gross revenue that is due to the content creator under the brand deal with the advertiser. They get 20% of that cut. That's the market rate. There have been some cases I've seen with clients that charge below that. Other times, if it's a really premium agency that has a ton of really luxury or high-end brands, then their cut could be a bit higher, say up to 30%, but most often it's 20%, that's the market. So you're a content creator and you've started going viral, video after video after video, you've developed a devoted audience, and you start getting offers from social media agencies that want to manage you. Let's talk about what terms you should look out for in these contracts. First and most important term that I caution every creator out there, including clients of mine, to look out for in these agreements is the termination clause. The termination clause is very simple. It's the clause that states in what circumstances are you as the creator allowed to walk away from this agency agreement and start anew with another agency. And this matters because not all relationships are perfect. And you might find that you really click with your agent or the manager that you have for the first 3 to 6 months, but then maybe things change and you don't really like working with them anymore. Or maybe they're just not doing a good job. Maybe they're not bringing you enough deals. Maybe the deals they are bringing you just aren't really your style and you want to move on. It's important that the termination clause provides for you to be able to leave that agreement. What you're most likely going to find in these contracts is that there isn't a clear way for you as the creator to leave the contract, but there is a very clear way for the agency to walk away from the contract. So termination clause is very important, and make sure that you have one that works for you. The second thing to consider is how the money is flowing. A lot of social media marketing agencies will take all of the revenue and income from the brand, and then from that, distribute your 80% or your 70%, whatever your cut is as the creator. And this is a little weird, because if you think about it, if the creator is getting 80% of the income, and the agency is only getting 20%, why should all of the money be flowing through the agency rather than going straight to the creator and subsequently having the creator pay the 20% to their agent or their social media marketing company? Well, these agencies like to have control. They like to have the power over the money. It gives them obviously an ability to keep their cash flow going when they have all of this income coming in from different brand deals. But it's also problematic for creators because sometimes that mechanism allows these agencies to skim by and underpay creators because they may be short on cash. And the way that they bridge that gap when they're short on cash is by using income from one creator's brand deal to pay off another creator's deal that happened like 3 months ago. And then it becomes a cycle of these agencies paying all of their creators late because they just don't have enough money to cover all of their bases. Now, obviously for you as a creator, that's not a good thing. You don't want to give away that freedom and that power to the agency. So make sure you look at how the actual payments are flowing in these contracts, because typically it is spelled out, and more likely than not, what the agency is going to offer you is that the money is going to go through the agency and then down onto you as the creator. It may be worth negotiating and trying to get the money to flow from the brand to you as the creator, and then you thereby remit the 20% that you owe to the agency. How long are you signing up to work with this agency? That's another question that you should keep your eye out on, and it's going to be answered in sections of the contract called term. How long is the term? Is it 12 months? Is it 6 months? Is it 3 years? Is it 5 years? I recommend the shorter the better because of what we discussed earlier when I talked about termination. I think it's important as a creator to have the flexibility and autonomy to work with different agencies or management companies if you don't end up liking the one that you're with. Shorter terms are better for that because even if you don't like a company that you're with, if it's only 6 months, then you can usually make that work. But sometimes I've had clients who have signed on to multi-year terms. We're talking 3 years, 5 years, and then you're in a huge pickle if you want to leave, but there's 2 years left on your contract and there's no clear way for you to get out of the agreement. In those cases, typically the agency will settle with the creator, which can cost the creator tens of thousands of dollars in order to leave and terminate those contracts. So keep a close eye on the term and make sure that the length is something that you're comfortable with. And last but not least, name, image, and likeness provisions, aka licensing clauses. These are really important because a lot of agencies, when they sign you as a creator, they want to be able to use your name, image, and likeness to advertise to the world, hey, everybody, look, we have this creator on our roster, so we're legit, you can trust us. And they want to use it to brand themselves and make themselves more money, obviously. You just want to make sure that these clauses are somewhat limited. For example, these folks should have the right to use your name, image, and likeness so long as you're working with them, but forever and ever after you work with them in perpetuity, that seems a little unreasonable and also kind of illogical. Another point to consider, do you want to allow these agencies to use your content? Sometimes these agencies want to use your content for the same reason. They want to push your content out there and advertise to everybody saying, look at what our creator did, come work with us because we're awesome. But it's really important as a creator to be protective of your brand, and that means being mindful of where your content is being posted. So if you aren't comfortable with a brand having access to all of your content and freedom to post that content left, right, front, center, down, up on every social media platform you could think of, make sure you keep a close eye on those clauses. Now, a couple of disclaimers. First of all, this is not legal advice and I am not your lawyer. If you'd like to sign on to our firm, you're welcome to shoot me an email anytime. My contact is down in the description of this video and we offer free consults. You'll be talking to me and it's completely free. We can chat through what's on your mind and see if it makes sense to work together. But this video is strictly educational and informational. And one last thing, if you liked this video and you want to learn more about the issues that you might face as a creator, both on the legal side and even on the business side, then drop a sub to our law firm's channel, For Creators by Creators PC. We're right here. Leave a comment for things that you want to hear about, and we will be in touch soon. With that, happy creating. I wish you all the best and take care.